Clemson Memorial Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the LSU Tigers and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Lawler with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So Clemson's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Levitt. Got his man. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lost to fire on second down. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They boot it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings. You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the five-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Motion from the back. They just keep firing. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the defense was expecting that one, guys. You saw 2 defenders around the intended target to the perimeter of the field. Nice job anticipating where the quarterback was going.
Clemson will send the punt team out. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Thrust that arm out. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. He goes right back to the air. Got a man, it's Harris. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Motion from the wideout. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. There's a crease. Got enough for the first. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them grow.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Tight end now in motion. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. And you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Third and 6 yards to go. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. To the air. It's Levitt. Fires to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And they're not on the same page there. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Reynolds. Rifles it down the middle. Finds the big tight end. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Running inside, it's Haynes.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go right back to him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They'll go with a direct snap. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Harris. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Took a shot as he threw.
I just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on. Makes the grab in their space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And the Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, we know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole.
Freeze! Go!
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Reynolds. With the catch, it's Moore. Got room at the 35. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Tiger. A great catch and run for 6.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Brown. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the 1st down.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the 1st half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
DB's right up on the receivers. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third down, red zone play, Brown alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Clemson calls it second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here.
Sweet. Booster.
To throw, it's Reynolds. Fires left. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. All by himself. All out of space. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep chalking that up.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wilson has it over the middle. Pulled down for the tackle. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Iowa, taking on the number 6 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Hawkeyes with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that pass. There he goes! Smashes ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Clemson! They take the lead with the 6.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
They hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to dial up the screen pass on first down, seeing if they can catch the defense rushing upfield, but they stayed home, they had their eyes on the football, and they create a negative play.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to throw, it's Levitt. He's looking deep. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And this is a defense that I think is really feeling themselves right now, especially after some of the good things they did in that first half. Getting a sack right away, the opening play of the 3rd quarter, that's got to get the juices flowing. And you know after that, they're going to keep this pass rush coming.
Oh, what a disastrous punt. He gives him the ball in the red zone. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board.
Number 81, set to kick this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. To the air, it's Levin. Under fire. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the 3rd quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all of the momentum is squarely now on their side.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Haynes. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Haynes. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Might be changing the route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Release to the back. Makes the catch. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Got to give the defense credit. watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Running inside, it's Johnson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Trying to burn this defensive back. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Quarterback may change this route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle, it's Haynes. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Had to get rid of it quickly.
And this is why it's so nice to have a guy under center you can trust. You understand the situation. 3rd and long, I want to go get this first down, but I'm in field goal range. I got a chance to go up by more than a field goal. Nice job throwing the football away when he didn't see the look he wanted. touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Scanning the field, it's Levitt. He'll try to do it himself. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. To the air on first down. Makes a catch. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Brown. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. Hard-hitting tackle.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Iptay if they can stop him on third down. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little. Turning it on! Makes it past the marker. He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You could see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Might as well give it to him again. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Haynes. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. On the ground, it's Davidson. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put this one in the vault.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. They can't get it done, and it is over.
Quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.